Attention Nets fans, there are limited tickets still available for future home games.
Next, the Jazz. Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. The physicality of the NBA, Grant, it does come along with the risk of injury. These two teams can attest to that.
Yeah, BA, that is So true. Injuries on both sides. Now each team looking for their role players to step up. The best team at filling those gaps will likely be your winner tonight.
Here's Thunder. Sarr passes to Whitehead. No good with the triple. The starters for Utah. They've got Moody, and it's Brewer in at the point guard. Rodman to pass to Griffin. Off target at the rim. And let's check in with Allie. She's got the latest on MP.
Thanks, BA. Well, I had a minute to talk to MP before this game, and when I asked him what he was focused on, he said, Allie, I know they can't contain me, so grab some popcorn and get ready for the show. Sounds like we're in for some fireworks tonight, guys.
MP ready for takeoff, Allie. Rebound, Brooklyn. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First trip to the line for him here.
Scotty Barnes stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. About a minute played here so far in the first. Here's Brewer. No good on the triple. Pass to Thunder. Here's Whitehead. Right side Barnes. 4 on the clock. All alone. And again, it's the Nets missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance. Oh, well, okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Wells, that's good. The Jazz have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Outside Moody. Pass to Wade. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Barnes.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
So he gets them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Utah grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Brewer knocks down the triple. And it's all knotted up.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
Barnes passes to Thunder. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Thunder's got his second basket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game. And that's his second foul committed with a...
And for Utah, they're shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Scotty Barnes is out there with Butler. And it's Wells in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Nets with the lead. Here's Whitehead. The layup off target. And the Jazz with possession here. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And Utah has possession, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Not going to go that time. Nets leading by 4. Pass to Thunder. Kicks it out to Barnes. From deep. The rebound by the Jazz.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Butler covering to the middle. Up top, Moody. Outside, Williams. There's the three. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And RJ, looking back at the in-game flopping penalties introduced last season, how do you think they worked?
Well, I didn't see many that were actually called, but as they say, it's always good to have a rule implemented in case you need it, or so I'm told.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Jazz trail by 4. Outside Moody. Cleared away by Wells. The Nets have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Barnes. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Knocks down the long J.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Utah calls timeout. And now a glimpse of who's out ahead in the All-Star voting.
I'm sure the fans and the players are eager for an update.
He's got the lead in the East as votes for him just continue to pour in.
Making the team at all is a privilege for these guys, but winning the top spot in the voting would make it that much more special.
And what a night it'll be. We'll keep you updated on the latest results during voting. Here's Whitehead. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Thunder, the pass to Wells. Here's Thunder. Pass to Butler. 5 on the clock. Here's Thunder. And he jams it home with authority.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Whitehead. 3-pointer. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Bonner. No points so far. Williams with the screen. Bonner, pass to Williams. Moody from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And already halfway through the year. Let's see how the West is stacking up. You take a look at Utah. Right now, they're in 9th place. Definitely not the kind of success they envisioned at this point of the season.
When I look at Utah, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Bonner, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Hey, expanding his range. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Raptors looked really strong. He ended up with 23 points, and not only was he terrific offensively, he also made an impact on defense, continuing what has been a solid stretch of games for him. Will we see more of the same here tonight? We'll see. Back to you.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Williams from long range fires in the triple. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And it's Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Whitehead. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 14. Thunder, the pass to Dawkins. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Number 1, the Nets.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
Sars checked in for Brooklyn. Hawkins comes in for Whitehead. This can be a time of the season when it's hard for players to keep their focus, Grant.
Oh, man, B.A., the buzz of a new season is behind you. The playoffs are a long way off. This is when a coach earns his keep, making sure his guys stay energized and focused.
Here's Jovic. Yet to see a basket. 5 to shoot. Pass to Rodman. The 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Dawkins has got 4 rebounds now. There's the drive. Here's Thunder. Dawkins, the pass to Hawkins. Here's Thunder. 23 points his last outing. Griffin outside to the paint. Here's Rodman. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Hawkins, the pass to Thunder. Here's Dawkins. Jacks up a 3. Wells misses. Here's Brewer. 6 points for him. Pass to Rodman. Griffin on the wing. With the fadeaway. Here's Brewer. And it's off from three-point range. Now the Nets with it. They're on a 19-7 run.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Jovic passes to Griffin. Here's Jovic. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Buries it from 3. Wade's got 6.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatics.
Here's Thunder. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Brewer. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Moody's checked in for Utah. And here's Griffin outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sars got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hawkins, the pass to Thunder. Here's Wells. Pass to Thunder. Launches it. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Here's Brewer. He drops it from range. He's got 9.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Brewer, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Wade, the pass to Brewer. Takes a three. Wade misses.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Sarr misses.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brewer can't hit.
And their free throws have dropped off in this quarter. They're settling for too many jump shots right now.
Here's Thunder. He's got 22. To the right side. Here's Wells. And the three off target. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets leading by 17 at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Brooklyn Nets.
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams try hard, but they're disorganized. Not these guys.
Next up, let's take a look at our latest power rankings.
You know, right now for the Nets, they're sort of stuck in this same range, right in the middle, here in the middle of the season.
Middling overall, just like your analysis, Kenny. Oh, just kidding, my buddy. You're the best.
Thanks as always.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Jazz trail by 17. Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Griffin, and it's Moody in at the shooting guard. Rodman, the pass to Brewer. Pass to Wade. Thunder grabs a board.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off a shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Here's Thunder. Here's Sarr, defended by Griffin. The three from Barnes. Utah grabs the miss. And Griffin gets it to go. Griffin's got his second basket of the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film. Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Thunder. And there's the rejection. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Outside Barnes. Knocks it down from distance. Barnes has got his third bucket of the night.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And there's the screen. Here's Brewer. He's got 9. 6 on the shot clock. The three ball. And the three-pointer goes. Brewer's got 12.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another 3.
Utah grabs the miss. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Brewer. Here's Rodman. Down low. Wade, that's good. Give him 8 points now.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Thunder, the pass to Barnes. The three is up. Rodman with a rebound. Rodman's got 6 rebounds in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Thunder. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Thunder's got 26.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Shot is good by Brewer.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Here's Thunder. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Stepping in line with 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Jazz trail by 14. Here's Brewer. 14 points for him. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's his first trip, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's up.
In place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That one misses. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Nets lead by 18.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Outside Moody. Pass to Wade. With the floater. Tipped.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
With the drive. Here's Sarr. Here's Thunder. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Nets.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
The first one falls. So the Nets making a switch here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Nets leading by 20. Pass to Thunder. Here's Dawkins. Uncovered. It's not going to go for him.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Now here's Griffin. Here's Wade. The little short-range fadeaway is off target.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And Utah calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide-open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Griffin. Moody is out there with Rodman. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Raptors made a big difference. He scored 23 points, and you love what he gives his team at both ends. Yet another outstanding game for him. He's playing with a ton of confidence and dominating as a result. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after the last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Utah with the ball, following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes. In the corner, Moody with it. 6 on the shot clock. And Dawkins pulls it down. The Nets on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Picked them clean. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Griffin. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thunder passes to Barnes. Here's Thunder. Barnes outside. From deep. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Garay. Connects from three-point range. He's got 13.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Nets. They've managed to crawl down to the 9th best record in the conference.
Seeing where the Nets are, this season has been much more of a grind for them than anyone expected. They've only been a shadow of the team that was so dominant a year ago.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we expected a lot more from them. They've had a lot of things go wrong this year.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options. And a quiet first half from distance, didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Pass to Dawkins. Here's the screen. Barnes hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Barnes has got 8 points in the quarter. Jazz trail by 21, and the foul called on Thunder. That's his 5th foul.
Well, that's 5 now. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to go at him to try to get him to foul out of this game.
Bonner, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Garay. Rebounded by the Nets. Dawkins has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot up.
Utah has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Bonner passes to Williams. Over Wells. Williams can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The kick out to Barnes. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The shot by Wells, no good. Williams in the post. Pass to Jovic. Here's Garay. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets out in front, deliver. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have... And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Williams has gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts from long range to fall from here. Sarr with it. Off on the layup. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jacks up a 3. And Dawkins pulls it down. Dawkins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lets it go from deep. Shot's good by Whitehead.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Williams for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hawkins passes to Dawkins. Here's Whitehead. Now Sarr. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. The shot by Dawkins is no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Jazz. Here's Jovic. Rebounded by the Nets. Dawkins has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
All right, well, what I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside Williams. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European...
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbed.
You earned that one. the popcorn ready. It's game time.
It's a couple different ways you make it out this life. Know your steps just in case they come cut out the lights. Got no respect for no reading out my rights. Fame expensive, maybe we can speak about the price. When they talk about our name, no, I define greatness. We couldn't rush a day to divine patience. Ain't nothing been the same, that's just my observation. These memories never fade, no, I cannot erase them. I don't watch loyalty disintegrate, blowing in the wind, windows down on the interstate. I was confused, I always thought when the money came, every sunny days and all your problems just went away. Ain't nothing slow me down like when I had a Sprite. Sometimes it was like we was at the light. Maybe that precise, you're not familiar with begging God to just bring my energy protected. I've been burning sage, follow how you feel. You won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it. Don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? When your talent speak for itself, never pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box, I tried to fill up a safe. Get ready, turn me up, feel like your feelings erasing. You ain't never got the chills till you shake. Homie, the streets cold.